following presentation of the NBA.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Doncic outside. Shoots over Leonard. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. You know, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series. Finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference. They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot and his offensive game now.
Morris outside, lets it go with the 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's tipped.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverley. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Leonard. There's the 3. Kleber with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Now here's Zubac. Pass to Leonard. Free throw line jump shot. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks leading by 3. Pop pass to Porzingis. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Back to Kennard. Cousins, the pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, this is where Cousins' size helps him to have a passing window to find open teammates.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Mann's checked in. And it's Paul George in for Jackson. And here's George for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, an accurate three-point shooter. Paul George can get it going from distance.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George. Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
It's Redick on the wing, defended by George. Beverley against Brunson. He lobs it up, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein can get up there, and the guards know that, so available for an oop at any time.
Beverly with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. George, no good. Dallas has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Redick for three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. 29 seconds left here in the first quarter. And that one's good. Beverly.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Brunson against Beverly. Now here is Hardaway. He's tightly guarded. Outside for Redick. Just 4 to shoot. And the 3 off target. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot.
Guy's got some of the best hands in the league. Paul George instincts right there. Pokes that ball away.
And it's Burke with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 4. Passes to Brunson. To the inside. Rondo with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. The Clippers rebound. And Batum kicks to George. Jacks up a 3. Cousins, the pass to Batum. The 3 from George. Offensive rebound. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. From deep. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Mavericks trailed by 4. Pass break Dallas. Here's Brunson. Off target from three-point range. Rondo dishes to Batum. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Here's George. That one a little long.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Burke kicks to Hardaway. Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by Powell.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now here's Rondo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Batum, and he comes up with the deuce. Batum's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside positions.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Porzingis inside. Zubac's defending. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Now here's Jackson. Morris finds Jackson. Morris into the lane. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call. The Clippers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. pretty reliable in that regard.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Doncic. Out to the right wing. Here's Porzingis, and he gets it to go. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter.
How about the touch from Porzingis, demonstrating just how comfortable he is operating in that area of the floor.
Kennard, the pass to Morris. Fires from 14, and again it's the Clippers missing. The Mavericks trailing. And Porzingis, here we go, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis, not thinking twice, saw the gap, got in there, and scores.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Leonard kicks to Kennard. Back to Leonard. Morris, the second chance points on the tip in. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Yeah, you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Now, here's Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Three-pointer. Goes back up. And it's Doncic missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
40 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Leonard against Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game. The Clippers shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. And Leonard gets it to go.
And you know he's so good coming off the pick and roll. But what do you have to take away? There's so many ways Leonard can hurt you offensively.
Pass to Kleba. Morris with the block. They recover it. Doncic outside. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. And a deep three from George. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Patrick Beverley. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now, here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Porzingis has got the first bucket of the third here for the Mavs. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. There's the pass to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. Porzingis with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Jackson's checked in. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Pass to Zubac. Back to George. Looking to get it going. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Richardson.
Paul George put his defender in the blender right there. Tough for him to guard that kind of possession.
A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. Passes it to Burke. On the wing, Hardaway. He's covered by Leonard. Pass to Cauley-Stein. 6 to shoot. Paul George with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard with the ball. And the dunk by Jackson.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Now Jackson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Kicks it out to Richardson. Outside, Porzingis. Fouled in the active. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brunson against Beverly. Back to Brunson. Right side, Porzingis. Rebound by the Clippers. Cousins has got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's George for 3. Brunson against Beverly. Outside for George. Shot clock at 6. No good from outside.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Hardaway finds Redick. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Brunson against Beverly. Clippers leading by 7. Now the Clippers moving it up. Over to the left wing. The deep 3 from George. And it's George again missing. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. The drive by Redick. Outside Hardaway. Left side, Porzingis. Outside for Redick. Back to Porzingis. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic comes in for Hardaway. LA's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Rondo's scanning the floor. Back to Kennard. Rondo with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Kleber against Rondo. Here's Zubac. Back to Kennard. The Clippers keep it alive. This one for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kennard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers. And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've played the better game so far, but they're... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Doncic. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The 3 from George. He can't get that one to fall. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Here's Finney Smith. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Los Angeles leading by 6. George looking around. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Offline with the baseline jumper.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Here's George. And the shot is good.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Brunson against Beverly. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his first points of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
George double teamed. Batum finds Cousins. Here's George. It's rebounded by Dallas. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Josh Richardson's checked in for the Mavericks. Burke comes in for Jalen Brunson. Finney Smith passes to Kleber, and Kleber slams it in.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Zubac kicks to Kennard. Back to Zubac. Leonard inside. Guarded by Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's Doncic. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Now here's Jackson. The pass to Leonard. He's feeling it. Kennard, the pass to Leonard. Shot from 16. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
Here's Doncic. Second chance shot. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh, Porzingis loving the moment right here, stepping up huge.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
and credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, you settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Finished off the break. And it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Porzingis trying to get free. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Georgia subbed in for Luke Kennard.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Outside, George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to George. Leonard, the pass to Morris. Outside for George. 4 on the clock. Goes up on the high post. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. For Dallas, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Over in the corner, Doncic to take the lead. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Outside for George. Count it!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And the Mavericks with possession. And here is Doncic. Over Morris. Gallus again missing. Outside, George. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. The Nuggets are not holding anything back in the wardrobe department as they made their entrance tonight. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Denver, they've got Morris. He's out there with Porter. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. It's Najee in at the power forward. The pass to Jokic. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Richardson. Right wing. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Gordon, to the middle. It's tipped. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Morris dishes to Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lob pass to Gordon. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
Gordon against Porzingis. Pass to Kleba. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Gordon. Inside. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Gordon.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Goes up the baseline. Porzingis can't hit. For Denver, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Gordon finds Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Back to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. And Jokic slams it in.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That one's off, still out of sync. Denver leading by 8. Jokic with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Jokic against Richardson. And that one's good, Jokic.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Porter with the steal. Now, here's Jokic. He has 6. Pass to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Floats it up for Jokic. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for Dallas, Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Porzingis, and there it is for him.
Well, that's a good, strong finish. Porzingis not shying away from getting after it.
On offense, here are the Nuggets. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Rivers against Hardaway. Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is known as a scorer. Knocks down the long-distance look right there.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Rivers surveying the D. Porzingis with the steal. Can't get it to fall. Stolen by Brunson. And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had...
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward. A different look for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Cole comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Austin Rivers in for Michael Porter. Burke, he's checked in for Dallas. Passes it to Marjanovic. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Denver leading by 5. Now Rivers. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Denver passing it around. Jokic on top. Guarded by Marjanovic. Outside for Millsap. Just 3 to shoot. The putback. Can't hit that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And the wide open shot from Redick. Harrison with the rebound.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Here's Bol. Puts the move on. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Powell kicks to Hardaway. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And the pass to Marjanovic. Outside, Redick. From the top of the key. Harrison with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 7. Here's Bol. Rivers passes to Jokic. Kicks it to Millsap. Back to Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Jokic has got 8 points. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws here tonight. And that one falls for Bol.
And like his father, Manu, Bol's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Doncic feeling it out. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Bol uses it to perfection to block shots.
Dishes it to Morris.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Can they get it? Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Finney-Smith. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Bol with it. To the paint. Here's Morris. And he uses the glass on the layup. Morris has got the lead up to 10 now for Denver.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Outside, Porzingis. Kleber against Green. And Doncic throws it down.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Morris. Kicks it out to Gordon. Launches it. It's rebounded by Dallas. Richardson finds Porzingis. 1 second left. That'll do it for the first half. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, Denver came ready to play. A smoldering performance for them early. And
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Mavericks trail by 8. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Denver, Morris is out there with Michael Porter, and it's Nikola Jokic, and there's JaVale McGee, and it's Millsap in at the 3 spot. It's good. Jokic has got the opening bucket to start the second half for Denver.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Pass to Brunson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Kleba. Shoots over McGee. Kleba, no good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
For the 3. Millsap misses.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Morris looking over the floor. Down low. Puts it up from 12. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And the dunk by Doncic.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 12. It's rebounded by Brunson. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Morris against Brunson. Count that bucket. Morris has got his second basket of the game. Mavericks trail by 8. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And that one's good. Doncic.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Dallas also making some changes. Hardaway's checked in for Luka Doncic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Rivers passes to Bull. Clock at 6. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
How about the agility, boy? Gordon knifing his way inside, finishes with confidence. That's pretty.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. 8-point game. Kleba kicks to Hardaway. .59 seconds left in the third. Brunson against Gordon. And the layup's good off the glass. And now a 10-point Nugget lead.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Hardaway for 3. No good that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Green passes to Najee. He kicks it to Green. To the middle. And it's Bull that time on the assist from Green. Bull's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Here's Brunson. Here's Porzingis, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
Now Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. Denver shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And stolen by Richardson. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nuggets lead by 10. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. We've got Doncic. Richardson is out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forwards position. With his first shot attempt, Burke grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 10. Richardson left side. Now here's Doncic. Defense right on him. Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Passes it to Najee. He's looking for Porter and finds him. And that one, good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Mavericks trail by 10. Richardson outside. And it's Denver with the rebound. Porter looking it over. And a miss there on the triple.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Dallas moving it around. And here's Doncic from the arc. That one misses. Now Denver takes it the other way. Porter dishes to Green. And a wide open look for Porter. Porter can't get that one to fall. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Doncic outside. Harrison with the rebound. Harrison's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Gordon the pass to Najee. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
The drive by Doncic. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. They grabbed their own miss. Here's Jokic. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Here's Doncic. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Doncic has got 13 points in the second half.
Well, he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Jokic. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Doncic with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. Kleba with the bucket. Kleba's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Harrison passes to Gordon. Jokic on top. Lob pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Here's Doncic. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Boy, and the foul. Doncic has got great upper body strength. Completes the play. Nicely done.
A different look for Denver. Chanchars checked in. And Paul Millsap is subbed in for Michael Porter. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Nicolo Melli. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. The tray. Jokic grabs the miss. And it's the Nuggets ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Millsap kicks to Morris. So the Nuggets win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away. Los Angeles. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for GA.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Michael Porter's out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the power forward position. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4 slot. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Back to Leonard. Over Gordon. Leonard finds Zubac. 6 to shoot. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. He gets it in there. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And here is Los Angeles now. Denver getting their last shot to go. George against Porter. George passes to Oturu. A nice shot by George.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. The pass to Gordon. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Morris with the bucket.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Here's Morris. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. From deep three-point range, they get it back. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Najee. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. Paul Millsap's checked in for the Nuggets. Harrison comes in for Morris. Harrison passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Rondo. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings all the power on that throwdown.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete. Gordon is an effective option on fast breaks.
Leonard looking around. Zubac finds Leonard. Now here's Batum. Here's Zubac. He can't hit that time. Good defense by Jokic. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. From the paint. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And Denver with a change here, too. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shoots the three. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 6. Here's Porter. Off with the layup.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Pass to Beverly. And here's Kennard. Here's Cousins. Kennard with the ball. And so the first quarter is in the books. Denver on top, up by 6. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum. And it's Man in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Green, and that'll be 2 free throws coming. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The drive by Cousins. Missed inside. The Nuggets leading by 8. Porter finds Millsap. The kick out to Porter. Makes it off the glass. Porter's got his first basket.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Passes to Kennard. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Los Angeles with another miss. McGee inside. He's guarded by Cousins. Green kicks to McGee. Shoots over Cousins, and it's off the back rim. No good. Clippers trail by 10. Man passes to Kennard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. McGee on the double team. Pass to Kennard. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
The Nuggets leading by 7.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Outside, Porter. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign. I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
And that one's good, Harrison.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a switcher also for Denver. Chanchars checked in. Here's Green. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on George.
JaMychal Green, undrafted out of Alabama, played in the D-League and France, but he solidified himself as a quality NBA big man.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Jackson against Morris. Here's Najee. The Clippers grab the miss. And Leonard has it in the corner. Outside, George. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Nuggets leading by 10. Rivers with it. George picks him up. Rivers can't get it to go. Kicks to Leonard. There's the pass to Zubats. Puts up a 3. Leonard, no luck. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Gordon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And an active player, Gordon can be a handful to keep up with throughout the course of the game.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Clippers trail by 12. 35 seconds left in the first half of the game. Leonard against Gordon.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Effort's been there. Check mark. The physicality. Check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
Here's Najee. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the off. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarters.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They are leading by 12. And thanks for joining.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
So on the floor for Denver, Paul Millsap out there with JaMychal Green. Then it's Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And that one is good. Zubats has got the first field goal of the second half for the Clippers.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And he's able to get it back. Campazzo. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Jackson.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson, to the inside. Jokic inside, working on Zubac.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
A putback, great positioning on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Denver leading by 6. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Millsap looking it over. 5 to shoot. And Porter, here we go. Shoots. Denver gets it back. And Denver decides to take their first timeout here.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
We hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Bol. Misses off the right eye. Clippers trail by 8.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Gordon missing.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
This is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Morris against Jackson. Morris kicks to Jokic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jokic has got 7.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Morris outside. Back to Gordon. He dishes it to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Leonard on the wing. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taking advantage of what the defense allows.
Morris passes to Jokic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on George.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
And the Nuggets making a change here.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Kennard. Cousins inside. Jokic defending. Cousins inside. And good that time.
This is the look you want. High percentage. DeMarcus putting himself in a position to succeed.
And here's Gordon from outside. The third quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Rajon Rondo. He's out there with Patrick Beverley. Kennard is out there with Batum, and it's man in the power forward.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
Harrison passes to Rivers, and it's blocked. Here's Batum. The shot, no good. And it's Denver the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Rivers. Yep, that one goes. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
One of Rivers' pet moves, the dribble drive. He has the size and length to do damage off of it.
Beverley, the pass to Mann. Back to Beverley. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard finds Beverley. Fires from deep. And the Clippers miss again.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. Puts up a 3. Denver grabs the miss. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, Austin Rivers, the 10th overall pick in the 2012 draft, has turned into a nice combo guard, having the ability to play the 1 and the 2.
So both teams changing it up here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
George dishes to Jackson. There's the 3. George, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And George kicks to Batum. George passes to Batum. Back to George. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shot's now starting to fall.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Rivers, and he lays it straight in. Rivers has got 6 here in this quarter.
I mean, he's extremely confident and aggressive. Rivers loves to take it up inside.
Gordon against Leonard. Over in the corner, Batum. Passes it to Jackson. Another shot. They get the rebound. Takes the 3. That shot off.
Low percentage shot from long range. Terrible decision. especially when you still have a chance to win this.
Kept alive. Here's Jokic. A second chance effort. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers trail by 8. Inside, here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Porter.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Bol, he's checked in for Denver. Monte Morris comes in for Austin Rivers. Morris looking over the floor. And the rejection by Cousins.
He is so reliable. DeMarcus making a play and making it look easy.
He gets that one.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
109 left to play here in the fourth. Morris against Beverley. Morris inside. And he makes that one. And the Nuggets lead by 6. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Leonard kicks to George. Over Jokic. George, no good.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Pass to Jokic. Morris outside. To the middle. He's looking for Leonard and finds him.
And got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
George, that's a two-pointer. And the shot is long. Now, here's Jokic. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give.
Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Mann in at the 3 spot. Now here's Doncic. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. And Redick kicks to Kleba. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Doncic. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Well, you'd like to push Paul George out of the paint if possible. Goes into his bag of tricks to score that time.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
George double-teamed. That shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Redick with the three. Here's Porzingis, and the layup's good off the glass.
Tough to match up with the length of Porzingis, and when he's floating around there, sometimes those rebounds are going to come up, and he's just too big to not get some.
Now, here is George. Goes up to the stripe. That doesn't go either for George.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Doncic feeling it out. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And George, here we go. Zubac. The shot by George, wide open. And it falls over the rim and in. George has got his second bucket of the game to go. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupa.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center. Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Beverley against Kleber. 5 on the clock. And it's in there.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
The Clippers trail. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Porzingis with the steal. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. That one doesn't drop, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
1:16 left in the first quarter. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverley. Dallas also making some changes. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Both teams will make substitutions. Outside Leonard. Over Hardaway. Outside for Jackson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And it's Cauley Stein, that time on the assist from Hardaway.
Taking contact on the way up. Cauley Stein going through it that time.
Jackson passes to Cousins. And it's good for 2.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Hardaway. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Over Kennard. Come on. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. .20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brunson against Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Marjanovic. Tries from 7. And he gets the jumper to drop.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Jackson looking it over. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a... Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, and it's fun.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Batuma's out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Kennard in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
Mavericks leading by 4. Hardaway with a wide open look. No good on the 3. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Al Richardson, Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Cauley-Stein. And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Now Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Cauley-Stein with it. Pass to Burke. Dallas needs to get off a shot. A baseline J, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And Dallas with a change here, too. Porzingis has checked in. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And George kicks to Zubats. Pass to Beverley. George fires. Good on the 13-footer. George has got 8.
His range goes out a lot further, but didn't need to on that possession.
Burke looking over the floor. Passes it to Porzingis. And that one clearly a foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Doncic after the basket by Los Angeles. 1:31 left to play here in the half. Porzingis trying to get free. Doncic, no good. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Beverly. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, Beverly showing a bit of his speed right there. Out of the blocks. Hoping to get something on the drive on the inside.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, G.A., I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
George passes to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 6. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. George looking over the floor. Doncic with the steal. Here's Porzingis. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
A little shiftiness there in Porzingis' game as he welcomed the contact and then converted on top of it.
Here's Batum. Outside Rondo. Here's Leonard. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. We're going to step away briefly, but
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams. And that's going to do it for us here.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. So it's the Clippers now. Here's George, and then George with the jam.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Here's Doncic. 6 points for him. And here's Redick. Lets it go from the wing. That's good from Doncic on the assist from Redick. Doncic has got the game tied up here for Dallas. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Nice D from Doncic. And here are the Mavericks now. Redick with the 3. It's hauled in by Beverly. The Clippers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. George, that's a 2-pointer. That doesn't go either for George. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And the wide open shot from Redick. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
The offensive rebound. The 3 from George. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Now, here's Kleba. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And the pass to Porzingis. Just 4 to shoot. For the lead, and the rejection by Zubac. And Beverly kicks to George. Took him no time at all on that one. George has got 4 points in the quarter. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Outside Leonard. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Count that one.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Jackson. Now here's Burke. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 6. Richardson with it. Leonard picks him up. And the rejection by Leonard. Brunson, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And here we go. Here's Batum. Kennard finds Leonard. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 4. Here we go, one-on-one. Count it.
Well, rising up on the J. Richardson. Good timing on the pull-up that time.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Richardson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Richardson playing with boundless energy, great at going into the physical defense and drawing the foul.
A different look for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Leonard. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Trey Burke. Now here's Rondo. Pass to Zubac. Brunson against Rondo. Here's Zubac. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. And another shot. And it's Zubac laying it in. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Now Brunson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on the free throw. Both teams deciding to change it up. Good on the second free throw. Kennard with the ball. There's Jackson with the 3. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Clippers on top, leading by 3. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Clippers leading by 3, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's Kennard in at the shooting guard position.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. And it's Beverly atop the key. George dishes to Beverly. Morris kicks to Beverly. George passes to Cousins. Porzingis with the steal. Outside, Redick. Porzingis with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Out to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the baseline, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. Clippers leading by 5. Beverly dishes to Cousins. Shooting foul, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Clippers call time here. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
And the Clippers making a change here. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And George kicks to Leonard. But they get it back. Outside Jackson. The 3 from George. Leonard inside. Brunson covering. And he comes up with the deuce.
That's a quick move, and that's a soft touch. That's mid-range opportunities for Kawhi Leonard to cash in on.
Redick finds Brunson. And here's Porzingis. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. George dishes to Leonard. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Zubac, the pass to George. Zubac kicks to George. Feeds it to Cousins. Back to George. Uncovered. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 4-on-3 break. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
I mean, this is a battle-tested young player. Leonard's willing to put the team on his back when they really need a bucket.
1:37 left in the fourth quarter. And Doncic, here we go. Good on the shot.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
George finds Leonard. George against Porzingis. And it's in there.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 4. And the dunk by Doncic.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
And George kicks to Zubac. Leonard inside. Richardson covering. It drops.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Doncic against Cousins. Porzingis. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
George passes to Jackson. To the paint. Here's Cousins. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Richardson.
Cousins not a great foul shooter coming out of college, but with how many times he gets hacked and goes to the free throw line, he's become more and more consistent there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Doncic against Beverly. Doncic kicks to Kleber. To tie it up. Can't get the 3 to fall. Outside Leonard. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A stunning view of the moon. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Porter is out there with Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the power forward. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And a wide open look for Porter. Here's Najee. Jokic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Doncic outside. And he makes good on the layup. Couple terrific Centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. About a minute played so far here in the first. Doncic with it. It's stolen by Morris. Finished off the break.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Doncic against Morris. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with possession here. 4-point game. Basket good.
Just another way. Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
Now, here is Morris. Passes it to Jokic. Back to Morris. Over Kleba. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Morris has got his second bucket.
One of the best passing bigs the league has to offer. If you're open, Jokic will find you.
Now, here's Doncic. It's Richardson on the wing. Down low. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic. Paul Millsap's checked in for the Nuggets. Shaquille Harris comes in for Morris. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Ball's knocked loose. Porter with the steal. Pass to Gordon. Porter looking it over. Pass to Millsap. And finished off by Millsap.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
Brunson the pass to Kleba. Now here's Porzingis. Basket counts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Jokic. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Eight feet away. And Denver again with the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
There's 57 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Brunson kicks to Kleba. Back to Brunson. And stolen by Gordon. To the left side wing. Fires for three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Porzingis passes to Kleba. Gordon against Hardaway. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Boy, the vertical that Aaron Gordon has helps him on the defensive end. Twice on the pipes with that block.
That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets going into the break with a 10-point. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Doncic out there with Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Trey Burke. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Doncic outside, launches it. No good there. Gordon with the defensive effort. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And it's Gordon missing. To the inside. Here's Powell. No good that time. And the Nuggets going the other way to the wing right side. Here's Harrison. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Mavericks making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now, here is Morris. Burke covering. McGee, the pass to Morris. Here's Najee. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
He hits both from the stripe. Mavericks trail by 17. Outside, Redick. The dish now to Powell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Powell's got his first 2 points.
Well, this is where Dwight Powell is in his element. All of those physical abilities coming to bear on the interior. Nicely done.
The pass to Najee. Back to Morris. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Now, here is Morris. Burke covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Morris. Najee passes to Morris. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A different look for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Trey Burke. And then for Denver, Millsap comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Michael Porter in for Harrison. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Brunson, good.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now Morris. Porter trying to free himself up. Out to the right wing. And here's Green outside. And another miss by Denver. Mavericks trail by 11. Here's Finney-Smith. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Brunson against Morris. 32 seconds left in the first half. Porter dishes to Millsap. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Out to Morris. Powell with the steal. Brunson against Morris. Cauley Stein passes to Brunson. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. Brunson's got 5 points in the quarter. And here's Porter. The shot, no good. And so it's the dead. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the show.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny, how'd you feel about it? That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And here are the Nuggets now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Gordon. Michael Porter's out there with Monte Morris. And it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the 4. Morris dishes to Porter. Clock at 6. This one for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Richardson attacked. Oh, and the jam by Richardson.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Porter finds Morris. Here's Najee. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Out to Morris. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Back to Jokic, and stolen by Richardson. Rivers against Doncic. Launches a 3. Jokic grabs the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The 3. McGee inside. Covered by Redick. The shot's good from McGee.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Doncic passes to Richardson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on JaVale McGee. Dallas shooting their first free throws of this.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Burke, he's checked in for Dallas.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
McGee up top. He's looking for Rivers and finds him. Yep, that one goes. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
Doncic outside. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got 6.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Six to shoot. Outside for Millsap. Pass to Harrison. Dishes it to McGee. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. McGee's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Doncic against McGee. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Doncic. Denver's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Rivers kicks to Jokic. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Doncic. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Stolen by McGee. Here's Harrison. He's got 5. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And Doncic gets it to go. So it's Denver now. 17 points was their biggest margin. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Rivers. Tight defense on him. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
You know, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Burke with it. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Jalen Brunson. He's out there with J.J. Redick. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. The Nuggets leading by 6. Now here's Rivers. Bull the pass to Gordon. Goes back up. Feeds it to Bull. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. Redick up top, defended by Gordon. Redick passes to Finney Smith, and that one drops for him.
And we all know that Redick can shoot it, and I mean shoot it well. But there, nice dime to set up a teammate.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Rivers dishes the Bull. Shot clock at 6. 9 feet out. Now, here's Jokic. Defense is right there. Count the basket.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Now, Brunson. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Bolt. Outside, Gordon. Rivers in the corner. Millsap looking it over. Bull, the pass to Millsap. Here's Rivers. They get it again. Kicks it out to Gordon. Outside Millsap. Over Brunson. Millsap misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Really left alone that time. Hardaway has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, how about the competitive nature of Tim Hardaway Jr.? Important spot, no problem.
Here's Rivers. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Hardaway finds Brunson. Outside for Redick. And here is Hardaway. Over Millsap. Hardaway, no good. The Nuggets leading by 5. Jokic inside, covered by Redick. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A big you can't really send to the line too much. Jokic, an effective free throw shooter.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Denver also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Michael Porter comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Rivers. Here's Richardson. No good on that one. Good defense by Jokic. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Nasty move, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here. 1:04 left here in the 4th quarter. Doncic with it. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
Jokic inside. Kleber on him.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Morris passes to Jokic. Shoots over Doncic. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Morris.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
So the Nuggets win it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Here are the five for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the power forward position. And for the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter's out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon. It's Najee in at the 4 spot. And it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Here's Najee. And he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's George. High post shot. Jump shot is good that time.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Morris. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Now, here's Zubac. Clock at 4. It's stolen by Morris. And here they come. Plays it in off the breakaway.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Here's George. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. And a wide open look for Porter. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Left side, Jackson. Outside, George. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Gordon over to help. 6 on the shot clock. Zubac finds Leonard. No good on the shot.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Here's Porter. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Morris inside. He's against Gordon. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Paul Millsap's checked in for the Nuggets. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
To the paint, here's Millsap, and they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Now here is McGee. The 7-footer falls.
Hey, there's a reason why he shoots such a high percentage, guys. I mean, he picks smart shots, high-quality shots, in close shots that he takes.
Here's Rondo. And there's the pass to Beverly. Now Cousins. Guarded by McGee. Cousins against McGee. 5 on the clock. Los Angeles with another miss. Denver leading by 8. Here's Bol. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And he gets the bucket.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Rivers surveying the D. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Beverly for 3. And Bol pulls it down. Nuggets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Outside Rondo, out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Here's Harrison. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Denver.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Jermichael Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Michael Porter. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Harrison in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Here's Harrison. Back to Millsap. Harrison passes to Millsap. 5 to shoot. Here's Harrison. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation for the Nuggets. JaVale McGee's checked in for Gordon. Bol comes in for Green, and it's Rivers in for Michael Porter. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in. Now Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Zubac finds Kennard. Back to Zubac. Stolen by McGee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. That's tipped. Batum with the steal. Mann passes to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Outside for Batum. Passes it to Kennard. On the wing, Batum. Pass to Beverly. From deep. Knocks it loose. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Millsap dishes the Bol. He gets that one. Bol's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the Clippers miss again.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Here's Kennard. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. Out to the right wing. To the middle. 4 on the shot clock. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority from McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Cousins against Morris. And it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Porter's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. Jokic tries again. And Gordon with the lay-in. Good. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A nice shot by George.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Jackson against Morris. Down low and stolen by Cousins. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Najee. Here's Jokic. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Now here's Leonard. Cousins trying to free himself up. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Kawhi Leonard. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Morris passes to Porter. Here's Najee, covered by Morris. Chalk up 2 there.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and and then got the pass to him right on time.
44 seconds left in the second quarter. And it's Leonard missing. The Nuggets leading by 12. Gordon, the pass to Najee. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Denver with the ball. Jokic high post. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson's got the ball. Takes a 3. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. Leonard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. Now, here is Morris. Kicks it out to Gordon. Lets it go with a 3. The shot will not fall. And that concludes the first half. Nuggets ahead, up 9. And a check. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching. And one of the strengths of this Denver team is their depth. Shaq has been that way for a while. And that'll do it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the Clippers pick up 2. Morris passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Now here's Gordon. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Porter against George. Now the pass to Najee. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. And now another look at that mobile 1-block defensive performance.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Rondo kicks to Zubac. Beverly for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Batum. Denver getting their last shot to go. Passes to Rondo. Batum scanning the floor. Pass to Zubac. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Denver making a switch here. Green's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Kennard's checked in. It's stolen by Green. Harrison passes to Millsap. Feeds it to Gordon. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Gordon's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets. Rondo finds Kennard. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's McGee. Drops in the layup for 2. McGee's got 8 points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now, here's Zubac. 1:21 left in the third quarter. Rondo dishes to Batum. Up and in from the low block. Batum's got his first points of the game.
The timing by Batum. Really good at recognizing when to fire off the catch.
Here's Harrison. He's covered by Rondo. Here's Gordon. Count that one. He's got 6.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now, here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Here's Gordon. He has 6. Pass to Harrison. Back to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Inside, here's Millsap. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And they pick up 2.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Knocked away. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Rondo with a clean look. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
You know, when Rondo is at his most effective, he's setting up people, but he's also getting some points for himself on the perimeter. Then the passing lanes really open up for him, and he can give you real headaches when that happens.
And so it's Denver heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Harrison out there with Green. And it's Janshar in at the 3, the small forward. So he gets them both. Here's George. Here's Jackson. He kicks it to George. The three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Here's Green. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Clippers trail by 9. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Leonard.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
And here's George. The pass to Morris. And George kicks to Cousins. Pass to George. Lets the three fly. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Jokic. Back to Harrison. Denver passing it around. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
George with the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Down low, here's Millsap, and the rejection by Cousins.
Cousins not one to be challenged there. Tenacious denial.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Harrison passes to Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Outside, George. A three from Leonard. And that one is off. And Denver the other way now. Jackson against Jokic. Shakes him. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Millsap passes to Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Jokic has great size and mobility. He's very good at forcing the defense's hand and drawing the foul.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Clippers trail by 6.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Outside, Porter. Morris passes to Chancho. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And here's Leonard from 3. It's rebounded by Najee.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Jokic. And that one is good. And it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
A nice shot by George.
I love the activity. George is not just a perimeter player, folks. You can depend on him down low, too.
So the Nuggets win it. A confident David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.